Hey guys, welcome back. Guess what we're doing today? It's fall. I'm so excited. It is time for soup. And if you are like us, just because it is fall does not mean that your schedules slow down any. In fact, if you're like us, it's just gonna get busier around here. Between now and the end of the year, it's chaos a lot of the time. And this is a super easy recipe, 20 minutes, done, one pot. It's warm comfort food and your kids are gonna love it. Mine loves it. Bailey just walked through here and said, "What's for supper?" And I told her and she's like, "Yay!" So I promise you, your kids are gonna love it. Don't you like my Halloween apron? Ta-da! So anyways, we're gonna pull together a soup. It is a tomato and tortellini soup and grilled cheese. If you probably already know that if you saw the title of the video or the thumbnail, but that's what it is. And I will show you the recipe right here. So if you would like to pause the video, see if you can see it, and take a screenshot, you can. That's all it is. It is all in one pot. It is olive oil. It says a medium onion diced, but if you know Jason, sometimes I leave it completely out. If you want to just leave it completely out, it's still good. Or do like a half of a small one, which is what I'm going to do today. I have this one. I'm only going to use half of this onion in this one today. A box of chicken broth, the big can, the big 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, a regular size can of tomato sauce, a half a cup of heavy cream, or half and half if you don't have any heavy cream, oregano, basil, salt, and pepper, 20-ounce package of tortellini, and a half a cup of shredded or grated Parmesan cheese. That's it. So let's get going. I will substitute a couple of different things, or I will tell you a couple of different ways that you can substitute different things to kind of make it different and make it your own as we go along. So get ready, let's go. I'm starving. Are you hungry? I'm starving. Okay, first things first, you gotta have about a tablespoon. I don't measure, I just eyeball it. A tablespoon or so of olive oil in a pan. And as you can see, I've got the burner on. We're gonna get it at pretty medium high heat. Mine goes from low to 4, 6, 8 high. So I've got it on about a 6. That's where mine is. And then once that gets hot, you're gonna put in, I used a half of an onion. I just put it in my little bitty baby food processor over here. And so it says 1 medium onion diced. You saw that onion is half of that small one is what I diced up. And 3 cloves of garlic. And I'll use this garlic. It says 3 cloves. Again, I don't measure. Who has time for that? When you're in a hurry, just throw it in there. It's supposed to be a no fuss, no muss, right? Right. So I'm gonna put the garlic and the onion. And let that get hot and let that cook for a few minutes till the onion gets translucent and you can start to smell the garlic. See, it's already heating. You don't want to burn it. Whew, no. Go ahead and get our cream ready. Sorry about Willow over there. Half a cup of cream, because literally all this is dump it all in the pot. Pumping the tomato sauce. All right, once you get these all kind of cooked for just a minute, and go ahead and pour in your crushed tomatoes. Tomato sauce. Box of chicken broth. Ooh, those onions are killing my eyes. I'll have to go put some eye drops in. If y'all don't know, I have super sensitive eyes. The least little thing absolutely tears me up. It's a half a teaspoon of all of them but the pepper. Half a teaspoon or ish oregano. More than a half a teaspoon because I want to of basil. Half a teaspoon of salt. And a fourth of a teaspoon of pepper. Okay. Stir all that in there. Once you get that all in, pour in your heavy cream, half a cup of heavy cream. And that's it. Now you're gonna pull the temperature down to like low, so I'll put it on 2. You know, mine goes low, 2, 4, 6, 8, high. So I had it on 6, I went down to 2. And that's it. You're just gonna let this cook for about 20 minutes. And every so often, just kind of give it a stir. And then we'll come back and I'll show you what's left. In the meantime, I'm gonna go clean this mess up and go put some eye drops in. All right, it's been about 20 minutes. I've got my griddle over here because we are gonna do grilled cheese with it tonight. Go ahead and get that warm. Now, at this point, if you just wanted to eat it like it is, that's fine. It's just a creamy tomato basil soup. And it's perfect just like it is if you just like tomato soup. But what we're gonna do is, at this point, we're gonna open this tortellini and pour it in there. This is great. You can get it when it's on sale and just throw them in the freezer. I just take a Sharpie and write the date on it on the front and put it in the freezer. What I like about this is you don't have to boil the pasta first in a separate bag or a separate pot and then drain it and then add to the soup. No, it's just gonna cook right in the soup. So I'm just gonna cut it open. This is why I wear an apron too, because this is gonna splatter. Try not to burn yourself. I have used, this is the first time I've used this particular brand in this soup. I usually get the, I think it's called Giovanna Rana. It's in a bag, and if you do that one, it's the family size, not the regular size. And this is where you can kind of make it your own, how you want it. We just do the 3 cheese because that's what my kids are gonna eat. You could also use the one that's the spinach or the one that has the meat filling, like sausage or what have you, however you want it. You could also, instead of tortellini, you could use ravioli, which is what I started out making this soup, was with ravioli. And then again, you could do cheese ravioli, meat ravioli, whatever you wanted it to be. And then one day I just decided to try tortellini because it's a little bit tighter and maybe they wouldn't open up like the ravioli was coming open in the soup. And we like the tortellini better, but you might like ravioli better. Or like I said, leave it completely out and just eat it a creamy tomato soup. We're gonna let that cook for about 5 minutes, and then until the tortellini, the pasta is done. And then right before you serve it, you're gonna put in a half a cup of this. Or if you are like my daddy and you don't like Parmesan cheese, don't put it in there. And I would also say a tip is if you're gonna take this like for leftovers for lunch to work the next day, I would go ahead and dip some out now before, well, when the pasta is done, before you put this in it, go ahead and dip some out in your container for your lunch the next day and put it in the refrigerator. And then take some of this with you to lunch and then heat it up and add this in right before you eat it. Because this is going to thicken this overnight and you will have to add more broth to thin it out tomorrow morning or tomorrow, the next day after you eat it. We like to do grilled cheese because the kids like grilled cheese, and who doesn't love tomato soup and grilled cheese? But you could also change it up and do, you know, like Panera Bread will do like a big, they just break off a loaf of French bread, like not really crusty bread. So you could do it like that. Or don't have bread, you could serve it with salad. You could do it all kinds of ways. I just do this. I put butter on one side of the bread and I put it straight on the griddle, butter side up, and toast the non-buttered side first. And I'll let these, I do the grilled cheese while the pasta is cooking. Like that. I've got tea over here steeping. And then once the butter starts to melt, you can see the butter melts. I flip it over. Here, the butter sizzle, put a piece of cheese on it. Just one more reason to get these pastas when they're on sale, stock up, throw them in the freezer. And you always have, or at least I always have, boxes of broth, canned crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce. You should have salt, basil, oregano, pepper on hand. And then, like I said, if you don't have heavy cream and you don't want to buy it for just a half a cup, just use half and half. Whatever's the easiest. Now I'm just going to line up the edges. These. Like that. And then I've got the oven on warm with a cookie sheet in there. So I'm just going to take these off and throw them in the oven to keep them warm and then start more grilled cheese. And supper is ready. As soon as I put some Parmesan cheese in here. Got about 3 more minutes on this pasta. And then all we have to do is pour the Parmesan cheese in, stir it up. Supper's done. Easy as that. Like I said, it's so quick, it's so easy. It's one pot, dump it in, let it go. And then while it's going for 20 minutes, you can do this. And that's it. All right, we're just gonna put, I'm just gonna eyeball it. Half a cup. Whoops. Oh well. All right, y'all go wash your hands, put Willow up, supper's ready. All right, supper's ready. Yum, yum. You should make this. It's good. Enjoy. See you next time. Bye.